If you want to play overseas basketball in Central America, there is one team that you have to be concerned with, and that is Real Esteli in Nicaragua. They are the unequivocal leader of Central American pro basketball. What's up, guys? This is Jose Colorado from josecolorado.com and the re-education of overseas basketball. And today I want to talk to you a bit about Central American professional leagues. Who pays the most, who pays the least, who should be looking for, who should be contacting. And essentially what you can do when you think of Central American basketball, you can split it up into two different categories. The first one being where you have legitimate pro leagues, where players are getting paid, players are traveling from across the world to come and play in these leagues. There are established leagues that consistently run year after year. And then there are I guess you could put them in a semi-professional category where maybe one or two players per team are getting paid. It's not really professional, but it could, I guess, in some ways give some benefit. If you're looking to get to any team in this region, it's gotta be Real Esteli. This team can pay multiple players way out of the normal income earning bracket within this region. In particular, if you were to take all three leagues, Nicaragua, Panama, and El Salvador, you would look at most imports getting about 1,500 to 2,500 American per month. That's on average what would be the salary of most imports. Now on Real Esteli, I'm just speaking of Real Esteli, the one team in Nicaragua, this team is able to pay some players 3,000, 4,000. We had on record on good authority that one player was making actually around 7,000 or 8,000 on that team. But when it comes to Nicaragua, there's also many other teams that can benefit you financially if you want to play in this league. There's multiple teams that can pay you around 2,000 to 3,000, which is actually pretty good when you think about the overall structure of overseas basketball payments. That's in the mid, I would say, to maybe lower range. But considering that Central American basketball isn't that highly ranked globally, then you're essentially are overachieving. You are over earning in that region. Now, in the case of El Salvador, they actually recently had a salary cap come into the league around 2 or 3 years, if I'm not mistaken. And this has really tapered off or lowered the pay grade for the majority of imports in this league, because before there was no salary cap in El Salvador. And that meant that some players were coming, they were earning 5,000, 6,000 a month. But eventually the league stepped in and they said payments were getting out of hand, teams were going bankrupt. So they had to curtail it, they had to end it basically. When you look at Panama there, the one team that you want to be most concerned with is Correcaminos. This is the team that has represented Panama in multiple club championships, which I'll get into in a second. Of the three leagues, if I had to rank them in terms of talent level, the talent level in Panama is definitely number one of the three. They have players in Panama, nationals that is, Panamanians, who are playing in top leagues in Europe. They're playing in top leagues in Latin America. And the thing with Panama is that they actually run their league in the summer. So that means that it's meant as a summer league. So essentially, the whole purpose of the Panamanian league is that the best players, or all the Panamanians, will play throughout the world, and then they'll come home in the summertime, and here's a league where they can play instead of in front of fans, in front of their family, and they can kind of grow Panama basketball and Panamanian basketball in that way. When we have these semi-professional leagues, which was Honduras, Guatemala, Costa Rica, realistically, there's not much value financially and career-wise that you can get from playing in these leagues, just because they're really low production. There may be one or two teams who may have one import out of 6 teams in the league. So if you're looking at getting film from these leagues, if you're looking at moving up to other leagues, that won't really benefit you in many ways. There is a big benefit that you can get from it, because at the end of every year, there is a club championship known as COCABA, which is the Central American Club Championship. And this actually has the best, or the champions, I should say, in each Central American league play against each other in a big tournament in Central America. Now, this is a pretty high profile event, and you have scouts coming from across the region from Latin America. Now, if you are playing in one of these lower leagues in Guatemala, Honduras, or Costa Rica, and you have the opportunity to play in COCABA, the Central American Championship, that would be a huge thing for your career, because I've personally seen many players who have got picked up by these teams. They played in the Central American Championships, and then either they landed a contract in El Salvador or in Nicaragua or in Panama or in bigger leagues. I've seen players go on to Mexico and Argentina just simply playing from the COCABA League. Now, if you play well there, The winner of the Central American Championships can actually go on to what is known as the Basketball Champions League, which has the best clubs in all of the Americas, the continent of the Americas. So now you're going up against huge clubs with massive budgets from Argentina, Puerto Rico, Brazil, Chile, Peru, all throughout the Americas. And this is where you can really show out and get an opportunity. For instance, it's amazing that this past year, Real Esteli from Nicaragua actually made it all the way to the finals of the Basketball Champions League of the Americas. And it's crazy to even say that because they had never even qualified for this tournament 2 years ago. But that just shows you how much money, how much power this team has. And just to put it in perspective, Real Esteli actually signed a former NBA player. If you guys remember Ronaldo Bachman, he played for the Denver Nuggets, he played for the New York Knicks. He had like an 8 or 9 NBA career, and they were able to sign him. So that just shows you how much money these guys have and how much the profile of Nicaraguan and Real Esteli basketball has grown in recent years. But also beyond those guys, when you have all the locals and all the Nicaraguans and the imports who are playing in that league, if they play well there, then they can get huge contracts in other leagues in other countries. So that's one of the biggest stepping stones and one of the biggest benefits as well in Central American basketball. So there you guys have it, a quick rundown of Central American basketball, who to play for, what to look out for, what it is like, who would it benefit most. If you guys found this beneficial, go ahead and give me a like, comment, and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. And I recently actually started producing basketball resume templates for anyone who's looking to get their career started in overseas basketball. Get your career on the right foot. They're cheap, they're affordable, they're high quality. They got everything coaches want to see. But until then, thanks so much. God bless. Take care. Peace out.